Hi guys, it's Apollonia and welcome to today's video. So today I am going to show you how to care for your dolls with curly hair. I'll be showing you how to care for dolls with tight curls, medium curls, and loose curls. We will start with the tightest curl and work our way down to the loosest curl. I will have timestamps up right now to show you where in the video each curl will be. Let's get started. So we will be starting off with the tightest curl, and this is my doll Alexis. She is a Truly Me 67, and as you can see, she has long, tightly curled hair. To start, I have sat her down in a doll hairstyling chair. This is not mandatory, but it does definitely help. So before we get started on recurling your hair, always make sure that you take out any hair clips, hair ties, or any other hair accessories from their hair before you start. So for this hair type, I generally try to avoid using a dull hairbrush, and instead I will use only a light amount of water. It's easiest just to go through the hair and see if there are any curls that need to be recurled. There is no need to recurl them all, just the ones that have gotten a little messy. An example being this one. I like to start going one side at a time, so I will flip her to one side like I have done, and I will separate each curl and make sure I like how the curl is looking. This one is becoming uncurled at the top, so I will try to curl it first without water, and if that doesn't work, then I will spritz it with water and do the same finger curling method again. This one seemed to go mostly together without some water. This one looks fine, so we'll skip over this one. At the American Girl Hair Salon, they choose to use a toothbrush to help define the curls. I do not have a spare toothbrush, it is not mandatory, so we're just going to keep going through her hair and see if there are any curls that need to be redone. This hair type, although it looks intimidating, is very simple to take care of. It does not require much work, however, it is important that you always curl it in the way that it is naturally going. If you flip the curl pattern, for example, and flip it the wrong way, it is reversible. But the doll's hair will not look the same afterwards, so it's only mostly reversible, not completely reversible. You'll get something that looks like this. This looks like it has possibly been twisted the wrong way in the past. So to fix that, you take it, add a very small amount of water going down, twist it the natural way, and it should flip back into position, like so. As you can see, it will not be as uniform as curls that have always stayed in the right position, but like I said, it is mostly reversible. So we will just continue doing this through the entirety of her hair, only stopping to do curls that need to be recurled. There's no need to recurl every curl every time you do her hair, because that makes it more likely to become frizzy. Alright, this side looks good, so we will turn her and continue the same process. If you have a curl that is not returning to the shape that you desire, then one trick you can do is you can take some water, spritz it directly onto your hands, then finger curl with water on your fingers. This should help it better retain a curly shape. Unfortunately, curly wigs are more prone to flyaways than straight wigs. So to try and fix that, I'm going to again spray some water directly onto my fingers and try and pat them down to blend them into the hair. This won't fix the problem entirely, but it will help mask them into the curls. To give a better visual, you will spray the water on your hand, go to the part where the flyaways are the most noticeable, and blend them into the top of the curl by flipping them into it. This might make a bit of a bump in the curl, so you might have to re-curl it just at the top, but it will help mask the flyaways slightly. There's no way to completely rid the flyaways, but this will help. So that is how I care for my doll's hair with the tightest curls. Now let's move on to medium curls. Second, we will be doing the medium curl. This is my doll Molly. She is a historical Molly McIntyre doll. She has what I consider the medium hair. So for the medium hair, you will need a doll hairbrush, a spray bottle full of water, and some foam rollers. For the foam rollers, I recommend either this smaller size or this medium size, but try to stay away from these larger ones. Alright, so I've got her in the chair now, and we will start on one side and then work our way around her head. To start, I recommend brushing through the hair. Remember to start at the bottom, because if you start at the top, then you can rip some of the hair out of the wig. So now it is all brushed out, and as you can see, the brushed portion is more wavy compared to the curled version. So to start the curling process, you will spray the hair. When spraying the hair, you can do more than the tight curl because we will need it to dry overnight and set the curls. Then I'm just going to brush the water through to make sure it's not concentrated in one area. As you can see, now that it's wet, it's trying to form back into a curl. So you're going to take one section of hair. I recommend following the wig's natural pattern. As you can see, this part is sectioned off from the rest of this, so I will just take this part and curl it. When curling, you're going to want to start at the bottom and put the curler underneath the natural curl of the end, and then roll it up. And as you roll it up, make sure you tuck the end of the curl underneath the hair and then snap it in place. So we will just do this for the rest of the hair. I left these curlers in her hair overnight. I recommend doing at least 8 hours, but overnight will offer the best results. The longer, the better. Before we take out her curls, I'm going to brush through her bangs. To do this, you just brush very lightly. You don't want to brush too hard because you are brushing directly on her face. Now that that looks good, we're going to take out the curls. You're going to want to start with the ones on the bottom because it is easier to go up than to go down. When you take them out, you unhook them and then pull them down slowly. You don't want to pull out too much hair, which can happen if you pull it down quickly. And then you will be left with curls like this, and you can either choose to leave them like that, or you can finger curl them into a more defined curl. And we will continue doing that for the rest of her curls. I recommend doing this process once a month. If you do hairstyles often, then you might need to do it more often. It's better to get the wig wet the least amount of times as possible. So if you can do this once a month or once every other month, that would be the best. Here's what the back looks like. As the months go on, the hair will settle and the curls will get looser, but this is what it looks like when they are freshly taken out. And finally, we have the loose curl. This is my doll Sage. She is girl of the year 2013, and she has what I would consider to be the loose curl. So to care for the loose curl, you will need a wig brush and a spray bottle with water. Like the other two times, I have put the doll in a styling chair just to make it simpler. And for this doll, we are actually going to start with the back of her hair. So for this type of curl, it's easier to start in the back because these front pieces need to frame the face. So you're going to do this first, and then you're going to do these front pieces to match. To start, you're going to spray a very light amount of water, separate the front pieces, and then brush through starting at the bottom. Once you have a section brushed, you're going to take the brush and twist it while brushing down and make a giant finger curl, and then let go, and it will go into this loose wavy curl. And then you will do that again with the rest of the back side of the hair. When you're finished with the back side, you should have something that looks like this. So you can either keep it in just these 4 large curls, or you can lightly pull and separate them. And that will give you a result like this. And lastly, we have the front pieces. So to do the front pieces, you're going to cover her eyes, lightly spray with water, brush through going bottom to top just like the back, and then you are going to twist starting at the top, going all the way down, and then you will do that on this side as well. And then here is the finished result of the loose curl. Here's what the back looks like. I recommend doing this every 2 to 3 weeks. You could also finger curl the hair every week, but if you choose to do it weekly, then I recommend only using water on the 2nd or 3rd week. That's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that it helped you learn how to curl your doll's hair. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below and I will answer them. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click subscribe. I upload videos every Thursday. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.